See, one of the things is, I now think part of what's been happening over the last couple of decades is I actually think every individual is now an entrepreneur, whether they recognize it or not. Because it used to be that you got a job at one company and you were there 20, 30, 40 years. That's been dead for decades. That's even dying in Japan. The salaryman no longer even exists in Japan.
Right.
Average job lengths are 2 to 4 years. That makes you a small business.
Right.
You are the entrepreneur of your own small business. How do you get to your next gig?
Right.
How do you do your career progression? All of these things now fall on an individual shoulders.
Right.
And so they're essentially an entrepreneur. Now, they're not an entrepreneur a la I go create, Google, LinkedIn, a business. They're an entrepreneur in terms of the business of themselves and how they drive that. So it's how they get their next job opportunity, how they get a promotion. All of that stuff comes from how they manage the network around them, which is, by the way, what gave me the idea for LinkedIn.
Okay.
But I think that one of the key things, the reason why I think risk tolerance is important is because what happens is people delude themselves that they're not taking risks. They say, oh, I'm going to get a job at, Hewlett-Packard, or I'm going to get a job, and that's not risky. Well, look at current economic climates. Everything in life has some risk, and what you have to actually learn to do is how to navigate it. And people who take risk intelligently can usually actually make a lot more progress than people who don't.